it's Aggy from Media Galore, and I've got with me the beautiful, amazing businesswoman, Chidi Lynn.
Hello.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you for having me, my dear.
I'm so excited. You know, we've got a really crazy meetings and Zoom meetings because we just make each other laugh, and I think that is so cool. So yeah, if you can introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you do and all that jazz.
Well, my story isn't probably what you expect. I originally trained as a chiropractor from the Anglo-European College of Chiropractic in Bournemouth. And then I went on to be an associate in different practices. But health challenge came along, pulled me out of the associateship, and I decided then that, put the entrepreneur brain on, build my own practice. And it ended up that I was still actually being, for want of a better expression, an associate within my own practice. I was still in the trenches, still doing all the technician stuff, and I wasn't actually, well, I think Mike Gerber called it a entrepreneurial seizure, where you think you can become this entrepreneur, and then you realize actually you're still just doing a job. So health crisis happened again, as it does, and then that highlighted to me how whenever I was taken out of the practice, how the place wouldn't function without me. So all of a sudden I had to put all these systems and everything in place that now this year I've been off quite a lot from the practice, not hands-on, and the practice is still now running without me. So to me, I finally stepped in, put the entrepreneur hat on me and stepped into that role. So, and now it's kind of going towards, I'm going to start teaching people how to do this kind of stuff.
It's
really,
so
how
amazing.
to be able to step back from being in practice and doing all the hard work and have systems in place, and then you can actually do this where it becomes that work-life balance, which is a lot better.
That is brilliant, because what you've done is basically you just created something and you love it because you created your first business, which is very, very successful, and I really admire you anyway. And
Thank you.
I really do. And now you're just basically repackaging everything you know, and you're going to start something totally different but related, is it?
Yes, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what the future holds. It's kind of, the universe has taught me hard lessons, but they've been very worthwhile.
That's good, because the universe always got our back. That's what it is.
Always. And if you argue with it, it'll prove you.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I am a huge fan of the universe and law of attraction as well. And every time it just things comes to me, and it's so nice. Even my daughter last time said that I am the queen of attracting stuff, good and bad. Wow. Believe me. Yes,
that's fabulous.
It's so cool. I just say something. It's even last time we had I ordered my chair. And I was just sitting by the table in the kitchen. I was saying to her, I wonder when my chair is going to come. And the guy actually just came, and I can see him walking towards me. This is like, Mom, you stop, yeah?
You're such a powerful woman to know.
It's just like, what? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's so cool. Yeah, I've got a few more stories, which I'm not going to mention now.
Do that offline.
Exactly. Oh, bless. Yeah. So can you tell us how we met? Because I didn't know you till, I think, 4th of July, is it?
It was Independence Day. So along my entrepreneurial journey, there's always been this motto of, be careful who you tell. So, that you kind of depend on your partner to, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? But they don't actually know how to fulfill that role. So you don't get great advice. So I joined the Female Entrepreneur Association to get involved with like-minded people such as yourself. And then whenever they created the accountability buddies, they randomly selected, I'm not quite sure what the selection was based on, but we both received an email saying that we were accountability buddies, and it has just been awesome since then.
I know, it is so amazing, because to be honest, it's with me as well. Since I got in touch with you, I just got clarity, and I was just basically going, is it? When we go back to, well, 4th of July, and now it's just amazing, is it? It's such a good, and it's weird because we clicked so well, is it? We just really did, and it's so funny because I actually remember when I texted you, is it? It was the end of July or the end of the month where it was again applying for the new body. And I text you and I said, oh, I would understand if you don't want to be paired up with me anymore, but are you okay to stay with me? And today is, what was the day? It's October, the end of October, and we are still together. And you know what, it's been just so amazing to have you as the accountability buddy, because we just really clicked, and it's amazing because we've got this relationship when it's just not all about business, is it? It's just fun, and it's outside of this as well. So whoever's coming across something, we just obviously send ourselves messages and this, check that, and it's so cool, is it?
And it's brilliant. And what I noticed today, whenever I looked over the accountability sheets and everything, we were actually only meant to talk once a month. Whoops.
Seriously. You see, that's
here's also our weekly accountability. But I think when you think about it, if we waited a month, we wouldn't have achieved all that we have achieved so far. No. We've got that week, and it's that kind of ongoing basis. But yeah, it was like at the end of the month, accountability at the top of the sheet, and I went, month? No. So we got it wrong, but we did it so right.
It helped us, is it? It's just it really did. And then it's amazing. Every Thursday, it's our session, and we can't wait, is it? It's just like, oh my God. And then it's the funniest bit, because we set up the goals for the next day, the next week, the whole week. And then if something happens and we achieve them earlier, we just obviously jump on the call straight away. Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, it doesn't matter what time it is, and it doesn't matter what, is it?
Well, that way we get to report it twice. It's a win-win.
No, I found it so useful, and I'm so grateful for joining FPA as well, because it's amazing. It's just the support, is it? And it's just to be around like-minded people and women, and they understand. And I think we just achieved so much, is it? And it's just the beginning of our journeys. Can you imagine that?
And the amazing thing too is, like, you know, in the chiro and osteo world and all the rest of it, there isn't enough, a lot of people that know how to do business properly. So that's when I went to the Female Entrepreneur Association. It was like, you know, we had everyone in totally different businesses, but the theme is still the same.
Exactly.
You know, and it is that kind of, what can you do to make your business better? Whereas whenever you tend to go to chiro osteo stuff, it tends to be a more technique based than how to actually be a practitioner, more than how do you run a business. So it's excelled my business because of, well, mainly because of the weekly sessions that I have with you. It's like we create this list of to-dos, and then you panic for about 24 hours, and then you realize you've actually got another 6 days to do it, and then you kind of go, okay, so I can do that in that kind of time. This is quite awesome. And it is. I haven't had an accountability buddy properly before, so this has been a whole new experience.
Yeah.
And just the way that we, you know, we cheerlead each other, and, you know, we're there for to pull each other up, and we're there to just praise, and it's phenomenal. It is a complete support, and we're also there to kick each other up the butt whenever we needed to, in a very nice and gentle way.
Definitely. It's like when I had the down day, and I said, oh my gosh, I don't know even, and what you said is it, hey, look behind you, what you've done, yeah, where you just came to and what you achieved, and you just say you can't do it or whatever. No, I'm not taking that. And it's like, oh, really? Yeah. Actually, you're so right, is it? Because sometimes we can't see things around us because we are in this situation, is it? But people from outside, they see it from different perspective, and that is the key, I think. Yeah. It's like, it's so many things which obviously you helped me with, and I can't, and it's just friendship as well, you know what I mean? It's like last time, I'm gonna tell you, because Chidi called me like, oh, my colleague, no, can I call you friend now? And I'm like, oh, did I get a promotion? Woohoo!
Not quite sure what the next level is going to be, though.
No, you never know. No, seriously, it's such an amazing thing. And I remember, because I joined FBA because I felt so lonely, and obviously I was always employee, not working for myself. And I didn't have anyone around, and I will say it so many times, I never had anyone around who's actually running a business, who's got the business mind, you know what I mean? Everyone is basically, or mom staying at home, or just basically working for someone else, which I did myself for so many years. And it's totally different game, to be honest. To work for yourself, you have to be, it's you basically need to make sure that you do stuff, is it, and you just obviously push forward and all that. So having this someone who understands what I'm going through, because you go through the same thing, it's just amazing stuff, is it?
And it's that thing of whenever you are by yourself too, you get that imposter syndrome, and then you get the procrastination, and then you get the overwhelming to-do list, and all of a sudden it just results in a bottle of wine. So and it's like, and then it goes to tomorrow and you're like, actually no. And it's that whenever it's like any kid going to school or anything like that, they've got homework, they've got deadline, they've got exams, and there's a reason that they are able to process through that curriculum. Business is exactly the same. It's just learning on a different level. So having an accountability buddy is a bit like having homework and parents and teachers and stuff like that. So it is phenomenal, and I did not realize the power of it.
I never did. I only wanted someone who understands what I'm going through. That's all I wanted, really. And I didn't even know that FEA's got accountability partners. So obviously I didn't have a clue. And then they just sent me an email and they said that they are paying for next month. And I'm like, I'm going to try and see how it is. And it's just the best thing ever. So that's why I decided to actually create my own Facebook group with Purya, who's in Canada. And
yes, I was watching your recording.
I know, and you join our group.
I know. I'm all over the accountability, but it's like, yep, give me deadlines, come on.
Now I'm working on the content for actually November and the dates on November, because I think it's so important. It helped me so much. And I know that it can help others as well. So why not to try it, you know what I mean? Because I know that so many people feeling lonely and feeling stuck. So if I can basically help someone to come from point A to B, that's amazing. My job is done, is it? Yeah. And I see it all around. It's even my daughter, obviously, she's starting her business and having this push sometimes, you know what I mean? Just, no, come on, do it. That's all it needs to be done, is it?
Yeah, so and that's exactly it. It's just having that deadline.
Exactly, because it's on the end of the day, it's you who's doing the work, is it? It's you who actually is benefiting from it. So
nobody can do it for you.
Exactly. So that's the main thing. I'm so excited.
And what's lovely too is like from this and from the the outline that we have and the question, the structure that we have, I'm now applying this in the practice too with the team, going like, we need to, once a month, what do you want to achieve this month? How can we move you forward in practice? And all of a sudden things are accelerating. Like there's now, some people call it goals, some people call it deadlines, there's various words that you can use, but it's all the same thing. It's how can you go from, as you say, A to B, and what steps can you take to get there? Exactly. So, and people just don't think, and time passes regardless of whether you do something or you don't do something. So I always say to them, action and inaction have consequence. Which one do you want?
Exactly. I definitely agree. And it's been such an amazing thing. And I know that you are just basically now taking your business online as well. So what advice? Oh, look at you now. Oh, she's not a fan, you know what I
mean? Actually, you're wrong. I'm becoming a fan.
No,
it's just comfort zone. It's expanding beyond that comfort zone. There's trepidation, but there's also excitement, and it's kind of very hard to differentiate between the two. So, but it's once you turn around and go, do you know what? I'm going to do this. The universe goes, now you place the order, and then it just delivers. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just amazing, and seeing you basically coming stronger and then doing and pushing and just basically creating a post on social media, and I'm seeing them and I'm loving them. I comment actually. It's just amazing. It's seriously seeing that.
Before I met you, before we became accountability buddies, like folks, really, this is in the last what we were July, August, September, October, the last 3 months. I didn't have an Instagram account. I only really technically had my personal Facebook, and we opened one up, but it wasn't active. And you have just gone, come on, it's the 21st century. So, and it's like, and that's your real passion. And because you're passionate about it, you inspired me to do it. And it was like, actually, do you know what? You're right.
It's amazing. It is. It's true, because obviously that's my niche and that's my strong thing, and I love it and I'm really passionate about it, obviously. But what I would say what you've done is that I can't stand like the planning systems. I can't create the systems. Okay, I am rubbish with that, and it takes me ages to actually get it done. But because of you, I've got my Trello now, I've got my boards now, everything is just in place, and it's amazing. And actually, I've got all year planned to the end. I've got my all boards done till the end of December.
Wow, well
It's
done,
just,
you. Yes, I do love a system. I'm a systems queen.
because you are very organized when it comes to that, and it's like, okay, so if she can do it, I need to do it, you know. And that was one of my goals, is it? So I just created it, and I was so happy because I've done it.
And then that's the thing about accountability too, is like, you don't know the person that you have an accountability buddy with. You need to have that kind of relationship with them. It's like, you know, I've got these things behind me now because you inspired me to get those. And it's, you don't know what other people know. And it's just that how the little things, because I would never, ever, ever have come on a screen without something like that behind me, because obviously you can see the room and all the rest of it, but this changes the light, which means it changes your face. I didn't even know that. And then you tell me to get this thing. Oh my God. So yeah, it's not just we are achieving goals, it's this is what I know, this can help you. And it's quite a lovely exchange. And it's on fast forward, girl.
I definitely agree. Yes, I love it. I just love it, because I never ever see people as a competition. I always see people as collaboration, as basically we are here to help each other. You know what I mean? If I can give you a hand, it's brilliant. I will. If you can give me a hand, that's brilliant. And look at us. We are both basically growing, and we are both achieving what we want to, and we are both actually on a journey to get there, which is amazing, because as I said, I love the journey. I just don't want to get to the outcome, because probably I will get there and I will find something new to work on. But
you want to get to the outcome, and then you want to get past the outcome.
But that's not only. I know, but you know what I mean. It's the journey which I enjoy. I just can't wait for the calls. I can't wait for the people to see, for example, like you. You can see my boards, and you can see that I created it. It's just the excitement and the journey, and obviously it helps to achieve your goals and get to the end. You know what I mean? But it's just amazing.
It's the learning process on the way. Yeah.
It is, and for someone who didn't do it before, it's just a journey, and it's like up and down all the time. Do you know what I mean? Everyone is showing you the beauty and the brilliant results, but you know what? It's hard work behind the scenes, is it? And I think it's the mindset as well. Mindset, is it?
Yeah, you need endurance, and you need to just accept sometimes that you don't have energy to do things, and you just kind of go, okay, I don't want to do it today. And then you just carry on the next time. And then you realize, hang on, I've got an accountability in about 3 days' time. I need to get my act together.
We've done it.
And then suddenly it's like, ta-da, coffee.
We've done it so many times, is it? It's like Wednesday evening. Oh, sugar, I didn't do that. Come on. Like, you know what? Can I ask a question? Because I came across people obviously in business, and they say, no, accountability is not really a good thing, because I became a business owner because I don't want to have any managers on top of me, and I don't want anyone to tell me what to do.
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
Well, everyone's an individual, I guess. That may work for some people, but I think you're limiting yourself with that kind of attitude. But that sounds like someone's really been badly hurt, where they just didn't want other people getting involved because they couldn't express themselves or something. Yeah, but having been through being by myself and making decisions and reading books and all the rest of it, and then chatting to somebody and having that deadline and everything, then it's a no-brainer for me. I would definitely go for it. But the thing is finding the right person. Right. So if you've got someone, it's a bit like whenever we did the pods and stuff, if you've got someone who's very dominant and isn't giving 50-50, then yeah, it's annoying because you don't get to express, you don't get to think. And if you turn around and go, I didn't get something done this week, and if someone turns around and says, well, you're crap for not doing it, then that's not accountability, that's bullying. So it can be someone like that can just say, no, I don't want, or I'd rather be by myself. That's someone that's been damaged a little bit, I think.
That's true.
My humble opinion.
It's true. Yeah. No, I came across that, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of true, because obviously when you start to work for yourself, you want to be your own boss, because that's the whole idea of it, is it? But to have this support, I think for me it's very important. So yeah, definitely.
And we're quite lucky in the sense of we had that opportunity to get accountability buddies. Like if you were in any kind of industry and you didn't know that many people within your industry, or you weren't part of a group of some sort, like only for FEA, I wouldn't have an accountability buddy, because I wouldn't even know who to ask, where to go, how to get it. So there's, like, by you setting up this accountability thing on social media, it's opening up that doorway that little bit more for people to potentially.
So. Because you see, that's why I'm doing it, because I found it when I started to work for myself. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know. People were saying, oh yeah, network. Okay, I do network, but I don't get anything from it except yes, no, or do this, or do that, or try this, try that. Do you know what I mean? But it was no relationship really, so I didn't know where to go. And I never ever heard about accountability partnership before. So I really appreciate FBA and obviously the idea of it, because it's amazing. It's just like, wow.
Exactly. And you would never have thought of going down to somebody, like I would never ever have thought of going to somebody in social media to say, can you keep me accountable for my goals in my business? Because I was thinking, well, how would you know what I'm trying to achieve or whatever? But that's not, you achieve your own personal goals in your own way. You're just declaring them to someone, then they're following, saying, have you done it? You don't have to understand everything, but it is a little bit easier. And you get to know someone and understand their business anyway.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's cool. It is very cool. And I'm so, as I say, I'm glad I found it. And it's made my brain's now going, yes, but how can we create this for the individuals out there who aren't part of a group? It's the monkey mind kicking off.
I know.
Like, calm down. She's got it under control.
No, seriously, it's been such an amazing journey and such an amazing time. And it's like, I don't understand, how did we click so well? Do you know what I mean? Because that is really important.
Bubbly personalities.
Exactly.
And that's, do you know what it is? It's values. We've got the same values. We've never actually spoken of our values, but both of us are very hardworking. We've got integrity. We're transparent. And I think it's because you have the same values that you align better with somebody. Whereas if you have someone who doesn't have the same values, there's going to be that contradiction. And you'll feel it energetically as well as everything else. So I think that's it. We're just two peas of a pod.
Oh, definitely. Like. Oh, definitely. I don't know. I'm going to call you my sister.
Okay.
You see, that's the next step.
That's it. We've gone from friendship to sister. Yay.
It's been so good.
But I think that's what you really need with regards to accountability is, and we had that within the first 2 sessions, I think, because we started off with phone calls.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until you wanted to explore Zoom, which has transformed both our lives, that and we were even laughing on the phone, before we started. We did the face-to-face thing. It was just that even more connection than when it was face-to-face. So it's finding the person that you can work with, I think, when it comes to
that's
accountability.
100%. 100%, definitely. So yeah, what about your new social media platforms? Are they gonna grow? Are they growing? And if you can tell us where we can find you, because I'm gonna just link everything obviously in the description box when this video
okay, well, at the minute, the stuff that I have sent over to you is basically the practice that I have at the minute. It's called Future Proof Care, and then it's got the Facebook and Instagram for that, and they are growing and gradually they're growing organically, I think is the words. So I don't know if anyone can get anything from them personally for themselves, but there might be information there if they've got back pain or neck pain or something like that. It might be able to help somebody. I've given you my personal email. So if anybody wants to ask me any questions about anything, accountability, if this has been in any way inspiring, I'm here to help as much as I can. The future business stuff, the logos and everything have come through today, and the branding has come through today. I just have to make decisions, and then that will eventually come out. I'm not sure when, but it's certainly going at a very fast pace. Like, I'm trying to catch up with it now.
Yeah.
So I haven't got that stuff in there, but the personal stuff is there if anybody just wants to check me out and have a chat.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And where is your practice? Where people can find you, because maybe they're gonna use your practice someday. So where is it?
Possibly. Yeah, it's in Kent. So it's in Kings Hill in Kent. I live in Tunbridge. And that's only one practice, so there. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
So
that's cool. So if anyone wants to see Chidi in real life and wants to obviously have a service or therapy, or how you call it? How do you call it?
Yeah, just therapy.
Yeah, therapy. Yeah, so they can go and say hello and say that you actually found her from this YouTube video.
Yes. Yeah, come check us out. Cool.
That's brilliant. Yeah, no, you're such a brilliant people person, seriously, such a warm person. And how is it to be obviously recorded? Because I know that you don't really like videos and all that, is it?
Key thing is hide your face off the screen. So I have no clue what I look right now. So I can just see your lovely face, and then it's just like I'm having a telephone conversation with you.
Are you serious?
And I put in yeah.
That's cool. Look at this. So that's a tip for someone who is terrified of going live or being on a video, is it? So look at this. If you're gonna do it the next time, maybe one day you're gonna just basically put the camera on.
So I have no clue if you can see my hands, like kind of doing this constantly with a pen. It is nerve-wracking, and I think the key thing is going to be don't look over the recording again.
It's such a good idea, actually. It's a really good tip for someone who is camera shy, I would say, is it? Because yeah, I got used to it, but I remember my first live, oh my Lord, I was terrified, you know what I mean? And you could see me like going red, do you know what I mean? So it was just such a fun, and well, we have to learn.
This is stretching the comfort zone, and this is what growth is all about. Like if I was to, I stayed within my cocoon for quite a long time due to lack of confidence with the health issues and various bits and pieces. And, from challenge comes growth, and you challenged me to this, and here I'm growing. Maybe on the horizontal plane, but I'm still growing.
Yeah, which is amazing, seriously. And I really appreciate that you said yes, because I kind of like, shall I ask, shall I not? Because obviously I know how you feel about the videos and all that. And I am definitely not a person who pushes people really like hard. Do you know what I mean? I like to do it in a gentle way, and just like, if you're not ready, it's fine, take your time. And then it's going to be time when you are ready, is it?
Yeah. Well, do you know what's really cool, Aggie, is, and I think that, again, this is where the universe kind of takes the order and translates it. But you asked me to do this, and of course I was petrified and sweaty pants and all the rest of it. And then I just went, you know what, I'll get over myself. Let's just do it. And we're not doing it. And I got contacted at 3:30 in the morning, right? And I usually wake up at about 3:30 in the morning for whatever reason. And there was a message in my messenger from a guy over in America.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's like, so thanks for me just saying yes to you. The universe like, right, she's ready. And it's from Remarkable CEO. And he's asked me, I don't know how, but he's found my book. And he wants to interview me on a podcast for, so my book previously was The Next Step, Adjusting from Student to Chiropractor. And I just kind of put it to the side, and, I gave it out to the students when I did the lectures and all that kind of stuff, but I never marketed it. I never really put it out there. and he's found my book and now wants to interview me because he thinks this is such an important topic.
Oh my gosh, it's so
So I
cool.
think for me saying yes to you, the universe is like, right, go, go, go.
It's ready now. Look at this. I'm so happy. Oh my Lord.
So I don't quite know when it's going to happen, but yay. And that proves the effect of social media too. Because I would never have put some of the stuff on social media that I, would have put on there without you, and just saying, just do it. And from that, the world becomes a very small, connected place.
It is.
So,
it is.
and to find me via Messenger,
That's
it's just like,
so cool.
wow.
The feeling, is it? How do you feel? Because obviously I've got a really good thing coming up as well myself. I reached out to Mark Puller because he's very he is the guy who I admire, and we're gonna talk about our stories, and it's the story which I don't really talk about, but I'm gonna open up and I'm gonna talk about it because I am growing myself. So I'm just going full on. And actually I reached out if he would be a guest in my interview, and he said yes. And I'm like, oh
fabulous.
my gosh, seriously? And I didn't even know how to word it to ask him because it's a very sensitive subject, to be honest. Yeah, but it was straight away, and we've got it sorted. So we are gonna record 10th of November. So it's like,
well
wow, we've got the date, and it's like, I always say, follow your guts, go with it, and then use social media. Seriously, use social media, because social media helps, and people buy from people. And I will say it all the time. It's not sell on social media. It's basically using social media to create the relationships and connection. And that was actually my next question. What do you think about the networking and connections and all that? So actually it leads nicely to my next question.
I think find your voice and don't be afraid of it. I was afraid of my voice for a very long time, and I became like a little turtle, and I kind of put my head out, and then I got buffed, and then I went back in again, and my confidence plummeted because of it. And now, like, I have a voice for a reason, and use it. And the thing about social media, it's not about putting up loads of posts of how amazing you are. It's having the door open to allow others in.
Exactly.
I think that's kind of how I'm looking at it. It's not a case of, hey, look at me, this is what I do. It's, can I be of help, and do you want to come in so I can help you? A different way of looking at it. And then I just kind of put on the odd fun thing. And it's find your voice and be true to your values. It's not a case of not agreeing with people, it's not a case of displaying you're not agreeing with people. It's finding the people that you agree with and focusing on them. That totally didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. No,
it actually did make sense. It really did make sense. It's exactly what it is about.
And then those people, whenever I first published the book, and there was a bit of controversy and stuff like that, and you can either bow down to the haters, or you can just go, to know what, that's your opinion, you're entitled to it, but it doesn't belong in my space.
Exactly.
And it's only now that I'm learning that it's, do you know what, I am as significant as you. And I was like, and I know I'm not going to bow. I did it for a while. So it's having the confidence to stand behind your own conviction.
It's true. Because I had so many stories before, because obviously I've done the fitness and whatever, because I was size 22, and to get through that. And I was so proud of myself because I was doing it. I was losing weight. I wasn't skinny like Mariah. No, I was just doing the work, and I was so proud of myself.
Yeah, but she's putting implants in now.
And I've done it myself. No implants. Hello. How cool.
You know what I mean?
I was so proud of myself, and I put it out there. And I got like, oh no, look at your fat on your stomach. Hey lady, why? And I'm like, really, dude? Really? And it was like guys commenting. I'm like, listen, all that sweat I went through, all that whatever, it just went into it. I'm like, I don't give a crap what you say, because probably you do nothing, and at least I do. And I'm not doing it for obviously being so skinny. I'm doing it for myself and feeling better and feeling happy. I'm having more energy, and I swear to God, it's just so many nice people online, and unfortunately not nice as well. But
yeah,
I
and
was
it's where you put
shocking
your
of you.
focus, and that's the key thing. It's where you put your focus, and just not letting other people's opinions get under your skin, because we tend to focus on like, you know, you could speak to 10 people in a day, and 9 of them can be fantastic conversation, and one person come out with one snide mark, and unfortunately we tend to just focus on that, and it's just going, that's okay, that's where you're at.
Yeah,
That's not actually a reflection on me, that's your own stuff. So hand
exactly.
it back and just, thanks very much, I'll take it on board, not.
Yeah,
And then just move on from it. So that's where social media for me was kind of, oh, but if I do this, I'm going to get judged. But, you know, if I don't do it, I judge myself. So.
Well, exactly. And so what? You say whatever you want to, you know what I mean? Be you, boo. But I don't really care. I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. Do you know what I mean?
No, it does. Sometimes it gets you down as well, but it's just a matter of compartmentalizing it mentally, I think.
It's going to get to you, because obviously it's not nice when someone says, "Oi, you look fat." And, you know, and you knew that you worked your socks off for basically a year straight. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's going to hurt. But then I'm like, well, I'm not, and I'm not feeling like this. So it's your issue. And if you don't like it, don't look at it and just unfollow. And it's simple. So yeah, that's when I learned thick skin in online. So yeah, I had it. It's like didn't mix things as well, because obviously I tend to use English and speak in English and write in English more than obviously my home language, which is Polish. And I got really attacked one day. I forgot from where I am from and why do I speak English, not Polish, and all that. And I'm like, you know what, you just do you, boo. And you can speak even Chinese. I don't care. I don't mind. You know what I mean? You even can bark. I choose obviously to speak English because it's worldwide and I can communicate with basically everyone everywhere. So and I live in UK, so it's an amazing country, and we speak in English, so that's cool. Cheers. Like, thank you, thanks. Yeah, so I went through some like stages in my life where I got that, and it's fine. Attack me. I'm ready. And I think if you have this mindset, you are just gonna be more visible, and you're gonna put yourself out there and your message to your audience, because that's the most important. It's not about us, it's about what people want from us and what we can help them with, is it? So
very much so. You're a catalyst.
Exactly. And if I learn something and I can help someone, why would I not do that? Do you know what I mean? It's selfish if I keep it for myself. That is not me, you know? Maybe some people do it.
And that's where the values are different. Some people, their value is to self-contain. Yeah. So it says finding, as regards the accountability, it is finding the person that shares the same values, that you've got two givers and all the rest of it. So
exactly. That is the key. So thank you so much for being here.
Absolute
I really
pleasure.
Appreciate that. It's just amazing. I can't express even how I feel. I'm so happy. And I'm so proud of you. You've done it.
Thank you.
It's just amazing. You know, I'm just like, woo.
That's a huge, that's a huge hurdle I've just overcome.
I know, you're gonna rock and roll it, girl. I can't wait to see you grow. I can't wait to see your wings spreading, because what you have everything in front of you. Only one thing you need to basically do is put it online and talk about it, because it's there ready. You know what I mean? You just get it ready.
As does everybody, because everyone thinks that they don't have the stuff. And everyone, like anyone that's listening to this, it's like, you do have the tools, you do have the capabilities, you just got to get out of your own way.
Exactly.
And create it.
Because
do it in spite of yourself.
Exactly. I said to myself, the worst unfriendly person to myself, it was myself. Because I had time to do.
Just got to give yourself a hug and get on with it.
I know, let's hug ourselves.
Can't hug other people, have to wear masks to hug yourself.
Exactly. Oh, especially nowadays. Oh yeah. We
But
know.
no, thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you for, you know, making me cross that hurdle. And I hope if there's anyone out there that this helps, fabulous.
Yeah, I am the same thing. I can say exactly the same thing. Thank you so much for appearing magically in my life in the time where I really needed it. And you just basically helped me to accelerate, and I will be grateful forever. So thank you so much. Superwoman.
Thank you, and continue to be amazing.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to speak to you obviously on Thursday, is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
for accountability. It gives me 2 days.
Do you have everything done?
Actually, I do this time.
Good.
But we'll not go into it now. We'll chat about it Thursday.
Okay, so thank you so much. Have a lovely
Pleasure.
day and lovely week. No, I'm going to speak to you on Thursday, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to check everything, okay? Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was the hard part, how to leave.